The following is incredibly delicious. Your taste buds have been advised.
Today, the most amazing burger you've ever had.
From the heart where flavor is forged, the man, the myth, the legend returns with another jaw-dropping recipe. Ladies and gentlemen, all those gathered, now we feast. And now your host, Big Mike the Chef 2K.
Who's just still in yourself? Hey, we gotta do a hook. What is the hook gonna be? We're doing a salmon burger. Wild caught.
Don't worry, folks. He cooks better than he intros. Today, Mike's Smash Salmon Burger with a tartar treat for the meat. It's, as the kids would say, a slap.
You know how I know it's fresh caught and wild? Because I caught it myself. We're gonna grind it down and make the most amazing burger you've ever had. I've got this fillet down. It's beautiful. It's king salmon, some of the best salmon in the world. It was from a beautiful trip in Tofino. I try and get there twice a year so I can get a good stock of fresh wild fish in my freezer. That way I can control what I'm eating and not what the grocery store is trying to force down my throat.
I'm not sure where he's been shopping, but it sounds extremely dangerous. So if it's not life-threatening, here's what you'll need to cook along
First thing
today.
we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the pin bones. There's a line of bones right here. There's a line of bones right here. You'll feel them. Rub your hand on the flesh. Go back and forth until you feel them start poking up. But there they are. It's one nice line. Get in there with those needle nose pliers. Start plucking out those bones.
Nothing says fine dining like salmon and needle nose pliers from aisle 14. Unorthodox? Absolutely. Effective? Unfortunately. Also,
When you're grinding up your own salmon, you gotta make sure you get all these bones out. The last thing you want is to grind a bone up in there and have one of your guests start choking. Not good.
Exactly. Nobody wants to
Make
choke
sure you
like the
check
Cowboys in
sides, too.
December.
I've got them all out of the front, but they get some tricky ones on the side, especially when you're cutting down the fillet. So we've got a few hiding down here. There they are. Okay, we've got all the bones out. Next thing is we need to get rid of the skin. We don't want the skin in there. Get a nice sharp knife. I'll just take the skin once I see it.
Salmon skin's great when it's crispy, less so when it's mystery paste. Before grinding your meat, work the skin. You heard
You're
me.
cutting out the salmon skin. Just make sure that your knife's slightly tilted towards the skin. We don't want to waste any of that beautiful meat.
The fish is slippery. The knife is sharp. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, now we're just gonna cut it into nice squares so it can go into the machine.
Interesting. I didn't know they developed a machine for that.
Just cut it into nice chunks.
Cut down your salmon so it's easier to grind. Precision's optional. You're about to obliterate it anyway. If you don't have a grinder, a food processor works. Or just punch it until it's Play-Doh.
All right, we've got that ready for the meat grinder. We're gonna clean our station, raw fish all over our cutting board. So we're gonna go and disinfect that.
Friendly reminder. Wash your hands, your tools, every damn thing. You're cooking, not building antibodies.
Okay, here we go. Let's take that salmon, feed it down.
I know you're wondering how many jokes one person can make about grinding meat. The answer is enough to make you really uncomfortable. Go slow. You don't want to blow the motor. Push it in nice and firm. Let the grinder do the work. If it starts looking like cat food, you're doing it right.
Oh, crying. All right, we've got that salmon ground up. It's perfect. Now we're gonna add what we need to add to this patty. We're gonna do one piece of garlic. Find a nice big one. Nice bad boy right here. One garlic, one shallot. We got a lemon.
Here in the kitchen, we love our knife work. Like Miyamoto Musashi with a blade, or just Mike with a butcher knife. Less grace, more taste. Small pieces, folks. We're making burgers, not trail mix. You want flavor, not texture. Depth, not distractions. If your knife skills aren't Mike level chaotic, just use a food processor. It's faster, safer, and won't swear at you.
All right, capers. Love capers in my salmon burger. Gives it that tart, almost pickle, salty, really nice. We want to cut these open. We're not just trying to turn them into a pulp, but we want to make sure they're all busted open so that flavor gets out.
Now time for lemon juice, because acid balances fat like a yoga
Get that
instructor.
lemon juice in there. Make sure there's no seeds.
No seeds, no sticks, no ourselves after this meal.
Now we're gonna get some lemon zest in there.
In this case, the word some is doing some serious heavy lifting. This is actually his second lemon. And if you're trying to measure, I believe the exact amount would be a ton. It's both dinner and an industrial grade sanitizer.
We're gonna get some mayonnaise, about a tablespoon and a half. Nice binder for this dish. Dijon. Love me some Dijon mustard.
Now for 3 healthy tablespoons of the Dijon mustard.
Pinch of salt.
Make it snow, like El Chapo.
Fresh ground pepper.
And now for the big dog.
Okay, panko. We're gonna add some panko right to this mixture. We're gonna put the patties with a little panko covering before we fry them. Say about 2 tablespoons. We're gonna mix this together, then we're gonna let this set up in the fridge. The panko is gonna draw some moisture out of the salmon, and it's gonna lock that moisture into the burger better. When you grind that salmon up yourself, it's gorgeous. It has a nice texture to it. It's not just mush.
Yeah, that's definitely not mush. More like a firm pile of fish.
Great, nice and fresh. Really smell that lemon rind in there.
How could you miss it? Smell it, taste it, run from it in my dreams. It's like Mr. Clean is haunting me.
Boom! It's ready to go, but we need to put some cellophane on that, put it back in the fridge. Let's give it 20 minutes to set up. A little egg wash on these beautiful brioche buns, like we did in the Krabby Patty episode. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I always like to put sesame seeds on the bun. Little egg wash. We're gonna sprinkle some sesame seeds on top, and then we'll throw it into the oven. Give it about a minute, minute and a half to bake up and hold tight.
Cover your bun in seeds. Sesame, to be specific. Speaking of sesame, today's letter is F. F for f*** me. These episodes are
You guys
long.
ready to around? Let's go. Now we are going to make our sauce. We're gonna do a tartar sauce. We're gonna put some capers in there, a little Dijon. It's not gonna be your regular fish and chips tartar sauce. We're gonna give it a couple kick-ups because we want this burger to have flavor. Just like I said before, aioli tartar sauce, the base, mayonnaise. So we're gonna start with our whole mayonnaise. Let's get about 1.5 tablespoons in there. We're gonna add a little bit of pickle relish. So very standard for a tartar sauce. We're gonna add that fresh lemon juice, half a lemon. Keep your eye on those seeds. I got a couple here. We're gonna add some capers to this. We got capers in that patty. We might as well put a little bit into that tartar sauce. Same thing as when we put them into the patties. We're gonna give them a little cut up. We don't need to pulp them, just bust them all open.
Still out here bussin' capers, dog. Call me Big Salty.
Touch of apple cider vinegar. A little less than a teaspoon. Just a dash.
Now hit it with a dash of Leah and Perrins, because nothing says depth of flavor like a sauce no one can pronounce sober.
Balance it with a little pinch of salt. That should be good. And that black pepper. And of course, a hint of that beautiful Dijon mustard. I love it. Take a peek. Just by mixing this up, I can tell I need to get a little bit more mayonnaise. Put a half tablespoon, mix that in. You can see it's starting to feel a lot heavier. That's what we're looking for with this. We don't want this too runny. Spat down our sides, give it another mix. Use a hint of salt. Okay, we're getting close to that consistency. We had to add about another tablespoon of mayonnaise. Yeah, that's good. It's beautiful. You always want that lemony tart when you're doing fish. It accentuates the fish. Lemon, fish, they are a match made in heaven. I don't know if that was good or not. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of panko out here, roll these little meatballs in it.
Time to grab your balls. Size depends on your ego, but whatever you do, don't overcompensate.
All right, nice little coating of panko. Gonna give these a couple minutes in the fridge. Canadian grown tomatoes. We'll do a couple nice slices of that. Now we've got some arugula. We'll put it into a nice bowl. Beautiful olive oil, one of the world's best. Some of that lemon juice. Pinch of salt. A little bit of pepper. Get in there. Boom. You want this to give it that spicy flavor that arugula gets it, but you want to have a little bit of that olive oil flavor and some of that lemon. Perfect. Okay, we're done over here. Let's take it over to the pit. Let's get these burgers fried up and let's get them on the plate.
If that flavor's hidden, we are probably pitting.
Pretty much making these like a smash burger, not going as thin. So instead of using beef tallow with this one, we're gonna try out this OG ghee. This is a local product. Support local.
Support butter as well.
Let's get it on.
I love ghee.
Oh, that smells so special. Here we go.
Balls to the heat. Let all that nutty flavor work the middle.
All right, let them absorb up that nice butter. Let's just give them a press.
Time to smash like the Kool-Aid man. Though when you're working with salmon, be gentle.
Don't apply too much pressure. The salmon's delicate. Slowly get it down to your thickness. We give these a little topper. Let them get a little bit of steam in there. But we don't want to overcook them, right? We do not want this dry. I know we've got a couple agents in there that'll help keep its moisture, but we just want to make it cooked perfect.
Flipping like mobsters in the 90s.
Boom. Look at that.
Mapping the landscape like Tiger Woods at the Masters.
All right, I'm just giving these a touch. I can tell by pressing in the middle whether it's done. Any meat, I can tell whether it's done by just touching it. It takes a lot of practice. I've been doing it for a long time. Let's just see what we got on this side. Yeah, see, it's a little whiter right there, but we want to get a little more butter on there.
Good call, chef. I'll be honest, if you just want to add the whole jar, I'd be cool with that.
Soak up as much of that butter into the bottom as you can. We're gonna add a little love to our buns. There you go. Soak that up.
Let your buns soak in the ghee, absorbing flavor like track pants at a barbecue.
We're gonna rest them, just like anything else. We like to give it a little rest, let the juices redistribute before we give this a plate. That's it for the pit. Let's head over to the cutting board, plate, and taste. Okay, let's do it. Let's put these together. So we're gonna take that beautiful tartar sauce that we made, spoon it out right on that bottom bun. Make sure we get nice amount on there. I'll usually put a little on this bun too. Get that edge up. Salmon patty that we made. Crispy on the outside. It looks amazing, guys. I'm gonna take that beautiful arugula, pile it up nice and high. The arugula gives it that nice nutty flavor. I love arugula on the fish sandwich. Nice slice of tomato. When I put tomato down, it's gotta have a little fresh ground pepper, pinch of salt. Pow! We're ready to go. We won't waste this extra salad. Pile that up. Why not take a little tomato, add a little color to that. Boom.
And just like that, we have arrived at his favorite part of the show. Now,
beautiful.
We feast.
That panko that we put on the outside of that burger is key. You can still see it's just crispy. It's the extra texture you're looking for. Okay, now what?
Now it's time to put a bun on another delicious recipe. So before you eat and pass out, Kool-Aid, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss whatever Mike thinks of next after he smokes weed. Until next time, stay saucy.